What is up, YouTube family? I am so excited to just really commit to YouTube, have fun with YouTube, be honest with YouTube. I think that I can really grow a really strong support system for myself and for other people who are just honestly going through similar things as me. I know there's so much to benefit from being vulnerable on the internet. And I know that comes with criticism, and I know that comes with negativity and backlash and all of the things. And to be honest, I think God has toughened my skin within the last year to be able to deal with that. I went through a period where I could not respond to comments, I could not respond to DMs. Like, it would just be so overwhelming to me. And honestly, it made me feel like I couldn't enjoy my successful parts of like social media, being in Times Square, like my campaigns that I had last year, because I was just so in my head on the negativity, or even the positivity was overwhelming. Like, I just didn't see what other people saw in me. And so I'm excited to just kind of like unpack that a little bit and talk about how we're going to move forward this year, what boundaries we're setting that are healthy, not only for myself, but for my family. Yeah. So let's just kind of get into it and do our makeup or our hair or whatever, our skincare, whatever we're going to do. Sometimes I wear makeup, sometimes I don't. I feel like 2025 was my year of like, God stretched me. He stretched me so thin, and I never want to do that again. But I also want him to be able to trust me with more finance, more money, more opportunities, more family time, more like all of the things. But I don't want to be stretched that thin. And so I had to learn how to create healthy boundaries for myself going into 2026. I've had to stop some things, I've had to pick up some things, and we're only on day 7, y'all. We're on day 7. So I can only imagine like the wisdom he's going to give me this year, because I am going to be obedient to what he's calling me to do. So let's get into it. I'll be honest, there have been so many opportunities that I am not maximizing because I am so afraid to like bet on myself. And I know so many people will be like, girl, you show up, you do amazing, you're doing a great job, give yourself grace, yada yada yada. I know. But I just feel like I had more opportunities last year to like, I want to do more things on TikTok shop. I want to take YouTube seriously. I want to take vlogging seriously in public. I get so much anxiety when it comes to that. I had anxiety about, do I post my kids? Do I not post my kids? Like, there's so much back and forth when it comes to the social media stuff, and you really have to just really honestly just take it day by day. I know some people post their kids and now they don't, or they didn't and now they do. Like, it's whatever works best for you. And it's honestly up to you and your partner. I'm always including Josh, and like, I would love to be a family vlogging like style type of mom, but I don't want to exploit my kids. But there's a bag to be had when it comes to like just being a family vlogger and sharing your organic family lifestyle content. And I want to open up more opportunities for my kids to have a life that I didn't have. And I want to be able to show up for them in ways that my parents did not show up for me. I think I could probably count on both hands how many games my parents went to or meets that they went to. And it's because literally like they wouldn't have gas to get to the location, or they couldn't afford for both of my parents to get into the games. Like, just little things like that really, I'm trying to change that narrative for my kids. And I know social media is, for me, the key to do that, because you can make so much money here if you treat it like a business. And that's the key. You have to treat it like a business. And I feel like even up until this point, I have treated social media like a hobby, and I have been nicely compensated for it. But I know that I can make more money and I can have more opportunities and I can do more things with my children if I treat it like a business. And so, as much as I wanted to take a nap while both of my children are sleeping right now, I knew, girl, get your ass in the shower, get out, turn this camera on that you've had for literally like a month already, and you've not posted one single video on this $800 camera setup. Like, two phones. Like, girl, what are you waiting for? Who are you waiting for to give you this confirmation that you can do this? You can do this, but you have to know that you can do it. It's your belief that gets you there. You know what I'm saying? I did work with amazing brands last year. I cannot deny it. Y'all know I'm locked in with my Magic Healer because it's literally changed my life and my flare care and just like my relationship with my HS journey. So like I got to work with Pink Nookie last year. That's a woman owned, black owned feminine care brand. I got to work with Salt XO last year. Same thing, women owned, black owned feminine care brand. Like I love that. All natural products. I really try to use things that are healthy long term. Like as much as I want to partner with some brands, I know like the ingredients, like the overthinking of that I know also prevents me from working with specific brands because I'm like, are they safe? Is it safe for the HS community? But I also think as an advocate for HS, those are realistic questions that I have to ask myself. I would never want to partner with a brand that can potentially harm anybody with HS, but also my journey is my journey. So like there's so many times that that's a fine line that you have to really distinctify, like, is this going to be beneficial to my audience? Like I would never partner with an alcohol brand because one, that's not my tea, that's not my thing. And also alcohol is highly inflammatory and I would never want to promote something that's one, not safe for my kids, two, is not beneficial to the HS community. Like let's not drink like that, okay? Another thing that really held me back last year, I think when we moved to Aurora, I started taking content creation way more seriously. And it was because I was isolated from my family. I also knew we could not survive on Josh's income living in Aurora and that I had to figure some shit out. I had to make some shit shake. And I did that. But with moving closer to family, I think I kind of got discouraged to record in front of them or to record them like when they're at my house and we're doing gatherings. Like I never want to post somebody and they don't feel comfortable being like exposed to my followers. And so a lot of that prevented me from sharing a lot of content last year because I got in my own head. And realistically, I think my family truly genuinely enjoys being a part of my content. So that was literally, like I said, just me being in my own head, and I need to get out of my own way because if they didn't want to be a part of my content, like at least tell me. Like you should have told me by now, okay? But also just like I never wanted to make it seem like I was like boasting or bragging by recording specific situations. Like, and I know that's just obviously still me being in my own head because like my sister wants to be a content creator. My other sister just started posting skincare. And I'm like, yes, queen, do you. But sometimes it can be discouraging when you feel like you're the only one who like does this like a job and everybody else kind of like does it like a hobby. And I know I want to motivate them, but I also just like I'm to this point with my family. I don't want to tell you what to do. Respectfully, I feel like sometimes I'm the mom of the family, and I'm just like I don't want to be that. I just want to be your sister. I just want to be your sister, and it's really hard when my mom is like she's very MIA. She's very in her own world, and she obviously she likes it that way. And then when it comes to my dad, we just literally don't have the best relationship, even though like he came to stay with us for like 2 months last year because he fell on hard times and was going through a breakup. And like I'll always be there for my family, but like when you ask for my help, it also comes with like it comes with compassion. It does. I know it probably seems like it doesn't because I'm very like critical. I could criticize them all day sometimes because I'm like we could have avoided this and we're too old to like not be avoiding these things. So I get really frustrated, I think, and they think it comes from judgment, and it really doesn't. I really just want the best for them at the end of the day, so I can seem like tough love. But yeah, anyways, I don't have the best relationship with my dad. He ended up moving out, and we just never had the best relationship, if I'm being honest. Like, there's so much trauma there, and a bitch needs to go to therapy, but healthcare is a joke in the US, okay? And so I would probably be paying so much money to go to therapy with no insurance. So right now, this is my therapy. And that was another thing that I had to do last year is create strong boundaries with my family, like with my mom and dad, because baby, I can't be heartbroken over every little thing when they don't show up for me because the proof is in the pudding, okay? 9 times out of 10, they're not going to do that. So I have to figure out how to be a big girl, put my big girl pants on, cry in the shower, cry in private, and then come out and be the mom that my kids need me to be. And that's fine. There's also things I definitely want to take seriously this year for myself, like my physical goals. I don't want to be like my husband. He is literally like he's so in love with the gym right now. He wants to go every day. And I'm like, maybe not that hard. I don't want to go that hard. But I do want to find a healthy balance of physical activity and moving my body when I can move my body, because I know the days where you can't because I have HS. And sometimes, like right now, I think I have 2 flares coming in on my butt cheeks. So obviously sitting down isn't fun. So we need to find something to do that's going to keep us up, but not too much. Never want to overexert myself because that could backfire very fast. Another thing I want to do this year is get back to taking my skincare at night seriously. I got really lazy with pregnancy, which is understandable. I gave myself a lot of grace because a girl was just tired. I was just doing skincare at night, showering at night was the last thing I wanted to do. But I need to get back to it because I know postpartum and hormones and when my period comes back, all of those things trigger my HS to be crazy. And I want to make sure that I'm taking care of my body. So that means doing our flare care at least 1 time a day, but if I can, twice a day, which means once in the morning and once at night before bed. Oh, these hemorrhoids are tearing my ass up, okay? I did not tear during my vaginal birth. Thank you, Jesus. But I have like hemorrhoids on hemorrhoids, and when I tell you that they're very painful, especially if I'm standing for too long. But also, I just said I had flares coming on my butt, so I don't want to sit for too long either. Can you see the dilemma? Can you? I think another thing I'm working on this year is trusting God to know if He can do it once, He can do it again, and He can even do it better. I think I had such a good year business wise last year. I'm like, can He do it again? Will He do it again? Do I deserve for Him to do it again? Because I feel like my dreams came true last year. And I'm still trying to like sit with that. The fact that I was on billboards in Times Square, the fact that the Find Us campaign launched with HS Connect, the fact that I was able to travel like 10 times last year. Granted, I don't want to travel as much this year, but I want the travel that I do go on to be 1000% worth it. Not saying nothing was worth it last year, but it was way easier to travel with 4 kids at home and being pregnant versus like, I don't know, I think I just have a little bit of anxiety about like leaving 5 kids at home with my husband. Even though he's a great dad, I know he's capable, I know he could do it. I just want it to make sense for my family. So, or if he can come on more trips with me, you know what I'm saying? He's my favorite person to travel with. My favorite person. And I think once I traveled with him last year for family vacation, any trip I took after that, I low-key was like sad because it was like, I'm not traveling with my favorite person. I'm at the airport by myself. Like, it just was a weird time. I don't know. Josh been using this one, like the Sasquatch deodorant, and it is aluminum free, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So, I like the smell. I like smelling like my husband. I'm weird. I don't know. Do you want to take another family vacation this year? I honestly wouldn't be upset about running the whole thing back. Like, I told Josh, I was like, we should get the same Sprinter van. We should go to the same Airbnb. We were a little out the way when we went on vacation. We were like 45 minutes from everything anytime we wanted to go somewhere, which was a little hard. So I can see why he wants to get like a little closer to his family. But I do not mind going back to Georgia this summer for family vacation. It was just so good for our soul, literally. Like being able to see my sister, being able to see his dad, and his stepmom, our kids being able to see like where my husband grew up in his father's land and his grandpa's land. Like it was just such a full circle moment, not like for Josh, I feel like, but also it made my heart happy to be able to just like do that for my family because we never took a family vacation growing up. Like we just could never afford it. All right. I'd be like, I'm gonna wear makeup today, and then I'm like, I don't want to wear no makeup today. I'm gonna get dressed, and then I have to go to Walmart or Target. I know. We're supposed to be banning all of these fucking places, but listen, sue me. A girl's gotta fucking shop. I need to get some new period underwear because I'm literally still bleeding. And I think I will still be bleeding for the next couple weeks. And I need to get some more diapers and for Nape and for the new baby. I think I should get size 1 diapers for the new baby because he's already getting like big, which makes me really sad. And that's it. I'm really trying to be better about like not just spending money. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. Okay? I know that's hard to hear. Every girl wants to shop, but I have to be like smart about it this year. I got to be better about my finances this year, about my bookkeeping, about paying my taxes quarterly versus just paying them all in one lump sum because that is a financial hit as well. And if you want more, then you got to take care of what God has already given you. So definitely just want to be a better steward of my money financially. I do tithe every month, so I think that is why God gives me grace, because he's like, girl, at least you don't forget that. Like, I really don't. I try to give back to my church, or sometimes I tell my husband, like, we tithe to our family every month because somebody's going to ask us for something. And I do like to be able to show up for them, but also for me, that's a form of tithing. So sue me, sue me, sue me. I don't care. But anyways, I hope that you enjoyed this little update video. I look forward to seeing you guys sooner than later. I don't want to be like, see you tomorrow, and then like I don't show up tomorrow, even though I should show up tomorrow. So I hope everybody has a great day. I cannot wait to chat with you next, and I love you. It literally looks like they gave us back our insurance. So I think Noah needs to get circumcised, and then Josh needs to get a fucking vasectomy. So that's great. And then hopefully they could backdate my birth and pay for that as well, because what the fuck, you guys? If that is true, I will literally cry tears of joy. It says active. I have a meeting with them tomorrow. I don't know how all of this really, like, it just blows my mind how sometimes it's like, oh, you're approved, and sometimes they just take it right away from me. I don't know. But when I tell you this man quoted me $1,800 to circumcise my baby on the phone, I literally started crying. I was like, just give me 1 second. He was like, are you okay? And then I had to give the phone to Josh because I literally couldn't stop crying, because I was literally just like, how is that this expensive, for one? And like, why is it like every time I feel like I'm growing my income, I'm not growing my income because there's another unforeseen fucking expense that just wants to take me out? Like, take me smooth out the game. I just don't understand it. And so, and that discourages me sometimes from wanting to make more income, because I know new levels comes with new devils. But like, aside from taxes, I just don't understand like why it is this way. So I want to learn how to invest this year. I want to learn how I need to open up like a high yield savings account. I need a tax preparer who's not about to cut corners and can literally also educate me on where my money should go and where it is going. Like, I just need financial literacy, okay? And not just from the internet. I need like somebody physical I could talk to, and then I could text. And like, when I get a new brand deal and I'd be like, girl, what should I do with this money? Like, I just need help. And I think that is a huge reason why Black families literally stay in poverty, because when you start making more money, it feels like a negative thing, because you have to now figure out how to. And I think if you are on government assistance and you're receiving SNAP or you're receiving Medicaid, they should be making you take a course or a class on how to get off of them and what happens when you get off of them, and like how to supplement your income. Like, because why don't we know these things? Like, why do we not know them? Really bothers me. And I also don't want to be the person to teach other people how to do it. I just need to know how to do it for myself. Like, I am not a guru. I don't want to sell courses. Like, there's so much I don't want to do. There's so many things I know God did not call me to do. He called me to learn for myself and figure that out. I will always list my resources of who helps me, because I think that's the proper thing to do. But like, I don't want to be a credit guru. I don't want to be a tax guru. I don't want to be any of them things. I just need to figure it out for myself, and I will always list my resources for you guys. So pray for me that we all get our insurance back. I don't even care if it's for fucking 30 days. I will make sure everything gets done in 30 days, and we will go about our life after that. Okay, so thank you for coming to my TED Talk on insurance, especially when it comes to like being a chronically ill girly. I know my medications, like I want to be on Cosentyx or Bimzelx eventually, and those are very expensive. Biologics are very expensive, and so I know that there's programs I can go through like the pharmaceutical companies to help compensate for me to have the medication that I need to obviously like be minimally flaring. So I know I can figure that out for myself, but I just felt like my kids didn't deserve to be kicked off of fucking insurance yet. And also I need to figure out how to have self-employment insurance when the time is right, I guess. I don't know if that makes sense for myself. I literally don't know. I feel like a person who's thrown out to the wolves, and I'm just trying to figure it out day after day. So, as I learn new things, I will share them with you guys, and I will share them who educated me to make educated decisions on these things. So, I love y'all. Thank you for putting up with my shenanigans all the time, or lack thereof. So, we'll figure it out.